How are you guys?
Good, you?
Not too bad. I'm from Red Cap. We're just down the way there. Well, you shouldn't just always blindly trust your friends and family. I decided to have a pilot project. And I made over 1,000 bottles by hand. My name is Sen from the Red Cap Hot Sauce Company. Started this business in honor of my dad. He passed away during COVID. And prior to that, when his parents passed away, there's a ceremony we do where you shave your head. So Dad went back to Trinidad. He did this ceremony. He grabbed a random red cap to cover his head from the sun, and then the man never took it off. It just kind of became like his signature. He literally put a red cap on the bottle. We've named it the Red Cap Hot Sauce Company, and we're using his recipe. So it's a bit of a way to develop a family legacy, and it's hopefully something that I can leave behind to my daughter to carry on that legacy. It's just the family recipe. That's why we started out with just that mission of trying to bring the family recipe out to the world. For the sauce itself, it has Scotch bonnet and habanero as the main pepper, and then we round that out with red bell, celery, cilantro, garlic, a herb called culantro or shadow bennies in there. And one thing that's pretty unique is that we don't put any water in the sauce. Instead, we use fresh lemon juice and lime juice. So that it makes it more of a concentrated sauce. One bottle is likely to last you longer. So it's a great value in that sense. And it's very authentic. It's, if you've ever had some Trinity street food, this is the magical sauce that brings it to life. And you can have that magic on any meal. The most common thing people tell me is they put it on is their eggs in the morning, or tofu scramble, pizza, pasta, burritos, any time of day, any time of night. If you're having people over, this is a great way to sort of bring out the best, just a nice compliment to whatever food you might be serving to share with your guests. So when we were first starting out, I didn't come from the food sector, so I had to learn about it. The reason we got into the business originally was we had friends and family who said, "This is amazing, you should try and sell it." Well, you shouldn't just always blindly trust your friends and family. So I decided to have a pilot project to go out there and learn what the average person might think of this product. So I got into a commercial kitchen and I made over 1,000 bottles by hand. Take those sample bottles, I could show up at like a Starbucks. Being at a Starbucks, I'd ask the person next to me, "Hey, do you enjoy hot sauce?" And if they said yes, I'd give them a bottle, I'd get their email, I'd have a survey going. And so I learned a lot through that process. We learned that people really enjoy seeing the ingredients, seeing the bits of garlic, seeing the bits of herb, and we continued to grow. We started out from that pilot project. We did a Kickstarter to try and raise awareness. And several years later, we're now in retail. We're in Goodness Me, Nature's Emporium, and Whole Foods. So we are experimenting. We started out with just one, and we've been with just one for over 4 years. We have heard that lots of people are interested in more flavors. And so we're experimenting with some of the flavors that are authentic to Trinidad. Tweaking it in two ways. One, for consistency of getting it out of the bottle. We learned that people really appreciate the thickness, so we kept that. But we just kind of fine-tuned it so it could be pourable enough out of the bottle. So it's a lemon press to help explain that we don't add any water to the sauce. We use fresh lemon juice and lime juice instead. So the most common thing people say they put this on is their eggs in the morning. Pizza, pasta, burritos. Has Scotch bonnet habanero as the main pepper, and then we round it out with red bell, celery, cilantro, garlic, a herb called culantro or shadow bennies in there. One thing that's a little unique, we don't put any water in. Instead, we use fresh lemon juice and lime juice. So it makes it a little more concentrated.
Oils in there?
No oils. This, I like that. It's a bit of trying to control my own destiny, a bit of family legacy, like all of those are great things.